Here we go. Final Pecan. Chad, I had a dream last night. My GameCube crashed. Let's try that again. I had a dream last night, and it was there was more that I'm not remembering, but I can tell you the specifics of the dream. Was it involved Yu-Gi-Oh and bootlegs, or not bootlegs? Sorry, piracy. So you know those Yu-Gi-Oh games. You know the Yu-Gi-Oh games where like the character art cuts in and they're talking to you. Like I'm sure you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh games in your time. In my dream, I had a pirated Yu-Gi-Oh game, right? Like GBA era Yu-Gi-Oh game, and in the pirated version, every single like character art in the game is edited to flip you off. So every like literally every cutscene, every like interaction you have, every whenever any character appears on screen, they're flipping the player off. But otherwise, the game is like seemingly as it's supposed to be. But everybody is flipping you the bird, and that's about it really. I distinctly remember Tristan and Yugi specifically, like regular Yugi and then just Tristan in his blue outfit, not the coat. And he's just like he's got the serious expression, but then his hand's just up next to him and he's flipping the bird. It's like, oops, I shouldn't have pirated that game, I guess. Crazy, insane. That's all I got. Now let's begin the end of the end. All right, boys. The end of the end. No idea how long this will take, but it's one area and a lot of reading. So we're gonna do it. Bum bum ba-dum. I should have wrote that dream down, but I didn't. At least I woke up at a pretty decent time. I finished with Rainwood at around 3 o'clock, and then I did a workout again. The first time in a while, actually. I kind of stalled on that, and it didn't go as well as it used to, obviously. But that's okay. No. I got back. Restart. Gotta start somewhere. Die, creature. Dude. Come on. No, Yu-Gi-Oh games are cool. I think it's kind of a shame that, like, they're... like, you ever see, like, modern Yu-Gi-Oh characters? I think they look kind of silly, but, like, old school Yu-Gi-Oh was also silly. So, but I guess, I don't know, I guess I just, like, I'm used to that level of silly. Okay, so we have a bit of a concern here, it seems. Okay. This guy is eating my fucking bridge. Come here, bitch. Come here. Eat this. Eat this. Die. Alright, put the bridge back. Oh, wow, he magneted that. But like I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh a while ago, and it was the end of the Battle City arc, and like they're all in the dock and they're parting ways, and Duke Devlin, who by the way might be like just the most useless fucking character in the entire series, like legitimately, like what does he do? He's just such a fucking downer. He's such a pessimist. He just shows up and then he's just along for the ride, and he's like, well, I'm going now. Like, good, get fucking twerp. Beat it, you bitch. Fuck you. But I just like looking at him pose. Like he's standing on the dog, and like when you stand, right? But you gotta do the anime stand where they stand like dramatically, but they're still just standing. So motherfucker is looking sideways, and his torso is basically rotated at a 45-degree angle. Like he's so fucking pushed outwards for his body, and he's like, yeah, I'm striking a pose, but he's just fucking standing there. It's like, what is he doing? And then he went off to play Dungeon Dice Monsters. You know, I actually did. I watched a video on Dungeon Dice Monsters because I played the GBA game. I played the GBA game and I was actually kind of good at it, which is to say that I figured out how to play the game in a way that succeeded most of the time rather than not. The hardest character to fight, from what I remember, was well, I needed that cutscene anyway. Interesting, the animal showed signs of toxicity when chewing the pecan. Brightened pecans can remove and store toxic substances. I am impressed. He died for that cutscene. He's gonna come out of there and choke. Yep. What a bad spot for this. Okay. Get this out of my goddamn way. Okay. No, I watched a video on it, and like, I never had the physical Dungeon Dice Monsters, but apparently the starter set came with some dice and some figures. But like, that shit cost a lot of money. That shit cost a lot of money to start, which isn't really surprising since you have like, you know, you need minis to play it. But then the expansion packs that came out for it were like the booster packs where they came with dice and figures, but like they didn't come with everything. In Japan, they came with like dice and figures, but in English they only came with like the figure, and it was like $5 for a single figure, and you needed like 15 if you wanted to play a match, and the starter set did not come with 15. Actually, kind of insane. So yeah, that one kind of died. That game kind of died, and it's not really surprising to see that it died when you think about, you know, the logistics of requiring that much material. Now remember, this was in an earlier time when price points were good, and we were happy. Life was good. Isaac and his Isaac. Oh. Skylanders. No, that's different. That's a video game. Dungeon Dice Monsters was physical. Like, you actually owned it. Ah. Please move. What's happening? Streamer, what's happening? I don't know! What is happening? Alright, we're winning. Skylanders was hilariously a scam. I don't actually know how the Skylanders game really works, but I know that there was a very large... Change your diet. Oh, geez, okay. There was a very large amount of, you know, figures for the game, and there were also, like, there's, like, Disney Infinity, so Disney made its own version of it, and, it was a popular thing. Like, I feel like Amiibo, you could say Amiibo was the same, but Amiibo came later, and Amiibo kind of came in when that was on its way out. But Nintendo kind of got away with it. Nintendo kind of got away with it because it's Nintendo, and they made figures for, like, you know, iconic characters and some rarer characters for the weirdos. So, blurp. So Nintendo got away with it. Ow. Well, that sucked. Bro, you might want to move out of the way. You're dying, dumbass. Oh, nice shot. Yeah. Nice shot. Yeah. Bitch. This is completely unnecessary. Boom! Fire another one. Boom! Fire. Bitch. Alright, now it's game time. Nintendo Amiibo will help with Amiibo are usable across multiple games. Game 1 series only. open the amiibos to use them in the games. You know, they didn't really do that. But they did. They bought them and then they put them online for 3 times the price, still in packaging. It was like a whole generation of Beanie Babies all over again. Get out of there, man. You can find the Pikachu and the Mario and Link. You can find them all. All the, you know, the common ones. Thank God that fell. I don't need the fish. There are a lot of things you could get, but you're having that moment. You're having that moment where you're thinking that the main consumer of this product is actually opening and using the product. Okay, but like, there's no okay but like here, you son of a bitch. This is just how it is. It is a free show, true. I think some people were actually like, they were basically cutting the bottom of the package out so the amiibo could be used, but you didn't have to remove them from the package. Operational efficiency. That kind of deal. Do you remember the guy who tried to sell a Peach amiibo that was mispainted for like $1,000? Do you remember that? That should tell you all you need to know about how amiibos went down. That was 10 years ago, chat. That was 2014 when Smash Wii U came out. Decade of this shit. You know the Kirby amiibos for Kirby Air Riders 2 are like gonna be $50? Not gonna say they're a bad idea in theory. Well, that could have been really bad if I had decided to fall asleep at the wheel. Come down, please, creature. So you'll notice something really cool on this floor because of course there's something really cool on this floor. You see how there's a bunch of dwarf bull bears? Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that really fascinating? What a strange decision for an enemy here, right? How about that? Now this works better when you're not like informed, such as me. Me? I'm Omega informed. I lied. So how mean is this? You might be wondering. I'll show you how fucking mean it is. Sometimes it's revealed because the dwarf ones will be close enough to react to it. But yeah. Bye. Oh, would you look at that? Holy shit. Look at that. Look at that magic. Where did that come from? Well, bye. Yeah, they have a bull bear drop on you. Cool, right? Pretty cool. Well, he also dropped. He dropped even further than he expected to. See, it's funny to me because the post-game Glee Spinner, the post-game of Pikmin 2 has some design choices that actually make the player assume that it was designed by an asshole. Like having a bull bear fall on you like that, and only if you have Pikmin with you. That's a fucking ROM hack level decision. But no, it's in the actual game. It's in the actual fucking game. Wah. Alright, now this floor takes forever, because it's this. What even is this? Who made this shit, dude? This is what I mean. This entire fucking thing. This entire fucking, like... This looks like bullshit. Who made this? Now this is where things get a little complicated. I need you guys to aim at the poison, so I don't have to use white Pikmin for that. Thank you. There's a treasure down there, so we're gonna have to go down there. The poison geyser's in the way. Is there another treasure over there? I need to check. Oh, no, okay. Nothing down that way. The post-game caves in base Pikmin 2 are hilariously stupid. They have design choice. They have design choice asterisk. I don't know what happened to this guy. We're doing God's work. Oh, baby. Oh, you're sliding a little. Wow. Okay. What the fuck? What? Okay. Alright. Alright. Come along. We got things to do. I don't remember what I was talking about. Well, I've told this story before, but I bought amiibos. I bought a lot of amiibos. And the part where I realized that, like, what the fuck? The part where I had that moment of, like, what the fuck am I doing? Was, when I bought the Miis. I spent $60 on a combo of the 3 Mii fighters. And then as soon as I did that, I finalized my purchase, and I got home, and I thought about it, and I was like, why the fuck did I just buy that? That's horseshit. That's horseshit. He was dead. I just lost people for that. Get out of my fucking way. That was, I think, 2 blues and a red. Okay, let's get this shit out of here. A poor fool was me. Yeah. Well, better safe than sorry, I suppose. Okay, let's just follow along the silver dollar. Okay. They also sold Rob, Game & Watch, and Duck Hunt as a combo, which I get. Getting those to sell individually, they probably didn't have much faith in that. Then again, they opened with Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer was actually a starting amiibo. And I saw her day one in GameStop, but I didn't buy it because why the fuck would I? And then I never saw a Wii Fit Trainer again because they didn't make very many of the ones that no one would care about, which inflated the price. So if you had one, product description. That is a product description. And that's what amiibos were. And then Meta Knight was only at Best Buy, and then Shulk was only at GameStop, or maybe it was opposite, I don't remember. But there were some store exclusive amiibos too. And yeah, just like it became pretty difficult to find certain amiibos. You would find the base roster, like the main characters, and you go to the amiibo shop and it'd be Mario, Luigi, you know, you'd get all the Mario characters except Wario. You'd get Link, you'd get Kirby and Pikachu, and it's just, that was kind of just how it was. Like the amiibo variety in wild markets was not really existent because they were bought up in bulk. Anyway, you guys like Pokemon cards? Chat, does Yu-Gi-Oh have a scalping problem? Now, Pokemon is a game that is played competitively. I know this, but I think Pokemon cards value has nothing to do with its competitive value. But Yu-Gi-Oh is a competitive card game, And I'm pretty sure that a lot of the times, most of the cards, well, with the exception, I suppose, of recent, most decks are cheap enough to build that you don't have to break the bank. But like Pokemon is a card game that is absolutely insanely priced, but not because of the barrier. Oh, interesting. So I'm not very smart. That was a decision that I made there. That was not a good one. So let's try and rectify this situation by not bringing in my dudes who get set on fire. This works. Okay. He woke up again. Well, goodbye, Mr. Blowhog. Bye. You're gonna turn your ass around. Yeah, you are. You are nothing. You are nothing. Actually, now you're a roadblock. You need to get out of my fucking way. I can't fight this other guy with you there. Okay. He's got treasure in him. Of course he does. I watched a 2-hour video on the history of early Yu-Gi-Oh meta, and it was quite a fascinating video because the best deck for a decent amount of time was just summoning Summon Skull and beating the shit out of your opponent. Very funny stuff. And then events like slowly different archetypes got stronger and stronger until sudden death. Like when Jinzo came out, Jinzo became the boss monster, but Summon Skull beat down. But it's funny because there was an era with the tournament packs, they were called, and they were special. There were special booster packs that were at tournaments. They were special booster packs at tournaments that had a plethora of cards that were not very good, except one that was actually very good. Because, and like legitimately, the only reason why was because it was a 4-star monster with 50 more attack points than La Jin. Because at the time, La Jin was the highest level attacking, 1800 was the highest attacking 4-star monster you could get your hand on. Infectious disease. But then Mechanical Chaser, a secret rare in these tournament packs, had 1850 as a 4-star. It could beat over La Jin, and the card was obviously very hard to get your hands on. I don't know how to escape. Oh, it's right there. The card was very difficult to get your hands on because it was like a secret rare in a tournament pack that you could only get from a tournament that you would go to, like physically. So, yeah. But there was also Morphing Jar, which they did too. They actually had a re-release of Mechanical Chaser that made them easier to get. But at that point, cards like Gemini Elf existed, who granted was like a secret rare in a later pack. But Gemini Elf was 1900. And then there was also cards like Zombra the Dark, who had 2100, but he lost 200 attack points for each monster on the field. But he was still really good because in that meta, like he pretty much always had enough attack to take out a Gemini Elf. I'm glad you decided to come right here, Mr. Jellyfish. I cannot ask for a better situation than this. But yeah, they had Morphing Jar. They had Morphing Jar 1 as a new secret rare for tournament packs. And I don't even know what Morphing Jar 1 does. Okay, don't fall. Don't fly. Oh, beautiful. I don't know what Morphing Jar 1 does. I'm not even sure I know what Morphing Jar 2 does. I know what Cyber Jar does. The gas is coming. Cyberjar is a piece of shit that makes the game a pain in the cock, and he got banned. But worse than Cyberjar was Fiberjar. oh boy, Fiberjar. Oh my god, Fiberjar. Okay, so the jars have really, really like strong effects, which is why they all pretty much got limited to banned. But Fiberjar was a reset button of a card. He literally just reset the duel. Aside from life points, like graveyard and hand and all that was shuffled back in the deck, and each player draws a new hand. So it literally reset the entire duel. And Fiberjar was also, when you destroyed it, it went to the graveyard, and then it activated its effect, so it also got shuffled into the deck. So it could just come back, and you could do it all over again. Morphing was discard their hand and draw 5. So card destruction. Because Cyberjar is the same. Cyberjar is the same, where you draw the 5 cards in your deck, and every monster that you draw has to be summoned. You can just get a field out. But yeah, Fiberjar is a fucking reset button. He takes the entire graveyard in your hand and shuffles it into your deck. And it's like, why are we doing this? What the hell are we doing here, dude? This is whack shit. This is wacko shit is what this is. Okay, alright. Let's solve this problem together, I suppose. Just move the corpses out of the way. Morphing Jar 2, too long to write here. Yeah, that sounds about right. So Morphing Jar 1 was a secret rare in tournament packs, and Morphing Jar 2 was essentially made to be like, okay, now everybody can use it, but it's not as stupid as an effect. And there was also the Chaos cards. I didn't realize how early in the game's life Blackluster Soldier and Chaos Emperor Dragon like existed. Uh-oh. Well, that's my fault, I admit. Oh my. Please stop. Please stop. What's happening? What's happening? What is going on? Ah! Why are there like 3 of these fucking things? Fuck off! Leave me alone! Don't do it. Don't do it, you piece of shit. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck all of y'all! I'll get a candy pop, but I'll make some more red guys. The war will continue with or without those soldiers. No, it's a very fascinating video. I recommend you look it up. It's literally just explaining the meta, the Yu-Gi-Oh meta between like 2002 to 2005, where the real early shit. But like, disregard my will. The OCG had existed, and when they were making packs for the TCG game, they were basically doubling up on sets. So like one set would come out in English, and it would be like 2 sets, so it'd have like 120 new cards, and you'd be looking for like 5 of them. But a lot of those really big name cards that you probably know about that got banned and are still banned today are part of these early ass cards, like Delinquent Duo, Forceful Sentry, Confiscate. These really, really powerful cards that like, and Solemn Judgment. It's actually kind of insane. A lot of these cards debuted super early in Yu-Gi-Oh's life. And they were really fucking strong cards. We're gonna take care of this one step at a time. Okay, come on. Come on, come on. The spiders don't hurt me, but they're gonna make it annoying. Just be careful. I don't have many yellows. The new last turn incident, like the card last turn. What's the card last turn? Is that... What does that one do? Because there's the one that's final battle, right? Unless that's the same card. That's the card that makes it so you have to summon a monster and do battle, and whatever the outcome of that battle is the outcome of the duel. Life points be damned. That was close. Alright. Yeah, that is the card. Isn't that card banned for being a ruling nightmare? I thought cards like that in pole position just are not allowed anymore because they're fucking nightmares for ruling, and instead of pulling out the rule book every interaction, they just decide they don't want to deal with the card anymore. That makes sense to me. You can't cheat in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamer, can you? Can't you? You can cheat in anything if you try hard enough. I can cheat in Pikmin right now. I can activate the Game Shark. They have a new format based on point cost and every card is legal. Oh yeah, Andrew told me about that actually. He said it was being received pretty well, and it was actually kind of refreshing because you could use really good cards, but there's a point limit, so you can't just spam them, so you actually have to build around them. And that seemed pretty cool. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Did somebody figure out how to fucking ruin it for everybody all again? You know them Yu-Gi-Oh players always fucking shit up. Okay. I'm just clearing the way, because any potential hazard is annoying here. The yellow ones are dangerous. They have a new, one person decided to play last turn. They had to have a judge follow him for every duel. Okay, you know what? That's fair. There's a point where 4 judges had to have a discussion about how it would work. And that's when that card gets banned again, because that card is a fucking ruling nightmare. Nobody... Okay. What? Huh? Okay, we're gonna figure that one out in a second, I suppose. Bro ain't even helping. He's just watching. Oh, it came down. The dweebles are more interested in it once, you know, once somebody else has it. Okay. Yeah, so the card last turn makes it so each player has to choose a monster from their deck and summon it to the field, and then the game goes into battle phase, and how the special summon to the field, the game goes to battle phase, and when it goes to battle phase, the 2 monsters have to battle, and the winner of that battle wins the duel. However, there's nothing in the game that prevents the player from also having a card that prevents their opponent from special summoning. That's crazy. Yeah. So basically what that means is if you use the card last turn, but you have something that prevents your opponent from special summoning, they can't actually fulfill the requirements of the card. And as a result, they lose, because if you summon a monster and lose, or you fail to summon a monster, period, that counts as losing the battle, so you lose the duel. So, yeah. there's so many other cards. There's so many other cards you can use this card with to create an absolute fucking disaster show. And that's why nobody likes those cards. It's so badly worded it has a document with like 15 pages of rulings. Pole position is and chicken game are similar. They also break the simulators. Those ones are funny. They actually break the fucking simulators. The simulators can't even handle them. Sweaty liquid. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. No hazards are on. No balance for... no, there is. They're called retrains. They retrain the card by releasing it, making it new, and changing effects. And just how that happens. But this card, like this format just decided to let every card be legal, which means these cards that are not, like, it's not that this card is broken, is that this card is fucking obnoxious. But it's legal now, so it probably won't be anymore because they hate it. Right, a retrain is basically modernizing a card. An errata is changing the card text itself. Oh. It's changing the card text to make it more bearable. Like a good example, there's nothing here. A good example of an errata would be the what's its name? Fuck, I had an example and now it's gone. So is he. A good example of an errata is the Treeborn Frog, I believe, is what it was. The Treeborn Frog has an effect where it goes to the, if it's in the graveyard and you have nothing on the field, you can like special summon it. But the card didn't say once per turn, so you could just do it indefinitely. And it was funny because it had an interaction with a card called Light and Darkness Dragon, where Light and Darkness Dragon, whenever you summoned a monster, it would like forcibly destroy it and take some of Light and Darkness Dragon's attack points away. So what would happen is it would get Light and Darkness Dragon stuck in an infinite loop, and then it would reduce Light and Darkness Dragon to 0 attack points, because every time Light and Darkness Dragon's effect would activate and kill the frog's effect would activate, and it would go right back on the field, thus creating the loop and then making the Light and Darkness Dragon unable to kill the 100 defense frog because it has 0 attack. So yes, that is an example of an errata. I had another example and I just straight up don't remember what the fuck it was. I hear the fish. Treeborn Frog. Oh. Treeborn Frog is a very, very good card. It's an enabler card. Chad, this is a fucking predicament. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go away. Go away. Oh. Go away. Alright, bitch, you're mine. There's too many fucking dumples. Go away. He's killed so many of my friends. Okay. He's leaving. Bro, he gunned them down like they were nothing. Like they were fucking nothing. He killed them like they were nothing. Yeah, come here, bitch. You want some food? Come here. Get some food. No. Bitch, I will kill you. That Pikmin is alive! Get out of there, boys! Oh my god. Retrieve him. Retrieve him and take him out of the game. Pierogi engine. Yeah, come here, Dumby. Come here, Dumby. Come here. You wanna fight? Let's fight. Fuck, I gotta go find the goddamn card holder. This floor sucks. Dude! It's a goddamn fucking adventure I gotta go through here to get through this. No, man. Go away. Relax. Looks like he's given up. He's just watching now. Alright, bitch. You're fine. You're fine. Dumpy, come here. I'm gonna fucking kill everything. Chat, where the fuck is the treasure? Oh wait, is it in the jellyfish? Yeah, come here. Yeah, come here. Think you're hot shit? Don't ya? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Go run. Running's for pussies. Stop running. No. 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 No, 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 no. Give them back. Alright. Fucking Jesus. Where is this going? I don't even know where this is going. Come here. Get out of my goddamn way. What do you got? What do you got, frog? Right on his fucking forehead. Yeah. Right on his forehead. Dead frog. Okay, alright, let's get this going. Alright, alright. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a fascinating game. Also, could I just say it's really funny watching the anime and having them pull out random spell and trap cards that are like super useful for the given situation and not useful for literally any other situation. But then they pull out a card that's so fucking strong that I actually had to Google it to see if it's a real card or if it's anime only because its effect is so stupid. Mascot for life. And sure enough, pretty much any card that you can see the art of and it looks like, you know, it's not actually a card, like it was made in the anime, that card is not real because that card is busted. That card is dumb. I like that card that Kaiba had where he can just draw 5 cards for free and then but on his 5th turn he has to discard his hand. And that card does not do that in the real game. That's for sure. Ooh. Alright, what's happening on this floor? Death. Come here. Come here, you burrowing twit. Come here, you burrowing twit. Just get out of my way. It's in the way. You're in my way. Where's my whites? Dude, there's been no candy pot refreshers or anything. I'm just losing. I'm losing pick, but I'm just losing pick. I can't fight water and fire, dude. Their elements combined are too strong. I can fight one. Oh, never mind. Everybody's chill. Just get out of my way. You're in my way. Okay. Okay. Alright. You gotta power creep yourself when you get too much, but eventually the power creep catches up to you, and you create a game that is not very fun for anybody involved, except the people who are winning. I watched like a 20-minute video on Mystic Mine. Man, Mystic Mine is a card that certainly existed. Kind of a funny card when you get down to it. The end of that video was great because it was just like, yeah, this guy won a big tournament with no monsters in his deck. It was just Mystic Mine shutdown, and he won the whole event with just spells and traps, no monsters because of Mystic Mine. And it was funny because there were some players who were saying like, man, Mystic Mine is counterable. Lee Mao. Mystic Mine isn't that strong. You can just run specific cards to beat it, but like completely missing the point of what makes a metagame fun. I fucking hate people who say shit like that. Like, nah, man, the most common, prevalent, toxic, and not enjoyable aspect of the game is counterable if you just have this specific strategy you're running on the side, just in case it appears. So you're like, now you're not even playing the game. You're not playing the game, you're playing to not lose the game. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this character, like, in fighting games, like, oh, Smash, it's like, just, this character does really well against the best character, so just now play only this character because they have a good matchup with a character you're going to be playing 90% of the time. Like, think of Meta Knight and Brawl, right? Characters, like, placements on the tier list were pretty much based on how well they handled the Meta Knight matchup, because of how fucking common he was. So if your character didn't do well against Meta Knight, your character wasn't good, because there was a very, very, very high chance that you were going to be fighting Meta Knight with this character. But like at that point, you're not even playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl. You're playing you're playing Meta Knight Simulator, where you fight Meta Knight, and it didn't matter if the Meta Knight was one of the best players in the world or some fucking asshole's been playing the game for like a week. Meta Knight was so good that you had to assume, and in a game like Smash where belligerence is ahead of skill, because yes it is, I'll tell you that right now, belligerence is ahead of skill in that fucking game. There's a chance you just lose. There is a chance you just lose because your opponent got the... Please don't eat my friends. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop! Oh, he got him. I had lost a Pikmin to the burrowing hatchet. This is really fucking embarrassing. Well. Oh well. See ya on your way. I don't like when people do that shit, because it's really annoying and it's completely ignoring the problem. Like, the most prevalent thing in the entire game. Yeah, I mean, you can, if you just run these cards, you just, you know, it's obviously, it will never win. Like, somehow this strategy is foolproof. If it was foolproof, then the card you're countering wouldn't be as prevalent, because the counterplay would be so easy that it would be, you know what I mean? You get what I mean, though? But, like, also, you gotta think about it from a casual perspective. Like, sure, the good players, when they're going to fucking tournaments, are bringing stuff to deal with the really strong cards. Of course they are, because that's what's meta, so they want to bring stuff that defeats the meta. Duh. But if I'm just John Jacob Jingleheider Schmidt and I go to my local card shop and all 12 people in the card shop are running 3 copies of Mystic Mine, then I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Like, there's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can beat it, so run this card combo. But everybody at my local has Mystic Mine, so now I'm not even playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm just playing, oh, there's Mystic Mine. All right, here's the counter. Can we go back to the game now? Like, it's not healthy because it's not fun. When there is an overwhelming abundance of a certain strategy, eat the garbage can. Yeah, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh players, all right. there is an overabundance of a strategy present or a character present. It doesn't matter if there's just, oh, you can just do this and it's fine. But that's not the point. The point is that 70% of your gameplay is just going to be that, and then it's not fun because you're not playing the game anymore. This thing is so strong that you just have to deal with it. Like, imagine playing a fighting game and there's a character who's like bonkers. Oh, this guy actually, he ate everything. There's this character that's just bonkers good, and then you go on ranked, and you, like every third match you play on ranked, you play against the best character in the game. And the higher your rank goes, the more you see them. And then you think, oh man, ranked is fucking boring, I'm gonna play unranked. And you're still gonna fight that fucking character because people are doing the same thing in unranked that they'd be doing in ranked, but they're doing it in unranked because they care about their points. These are the type of people that will actually forcibly disconnect when they're losing a ranked match. So they just play on not ranked mode, so they don't have to fucking disconnect anymore. They do that when they're on a losing streak because they get tired of having the LRA. That kind of deal. That kind of dealio. But it's unavoidable. And like I said, it doesn't matter if somebody tells you, oh, that character, well, if you just press these buttons, they just lose. It's never that simple. First of all, the way of leading. If a character was completely countered by you pressing one fucking button, then the character wouldn't be good because they would just be countered. So even if you have a character who does good against them, there's like one character in the game who would do well against them, and you don't play them, but you know that your character does horrible against them. So either you play your secondary to deal with this character, or you play your main and you fucking suffer for it. But what ends up happening is that there's no reason not to play your secondary because you're constantly running into the matchup that your secondary is for. It's like when you, okay, I'm gonna use Smash as another example here, because this one's really fucking funny, but these motherfuckers be like, oh, I main K. Rool. K. Rool's not a good character. I main K. Rool, and I play Kazuya for his bad matchups. Motherfucker, every matchup for K. Rool is a bad matchup. So why are you not just playing Kazuya? But then they are playing Kazuya. That just straight up, they are just playing Kazuya the majority of the time, but they still call themselves a K. Rool player because that's their main character. Even though you only ever fucking see them play Kazuya because every character they fight loses to Kazuya or beats K. Rool. Oh, that's not a good throw. It's almost like at that point, why even bother like playing the bad character? I mean, the reason for playing a bad character is because of fun, obviously. But calling them your main is, I don't know, class action lawsuit. That's bullshit. Stop lying. Stop lying, man. Don't tell me you play an aggressively low tier character and you secondary an obnoxiously powerful top tier for his bad matchups. That motherfucker, every matchup is a bad matchup for them. Who the fuck are you fooling with that? Oh my god. Pain in my cock. Yeah, so that's about how I feel about meta-related stuff, I suppose. It can be annoying. It can be annoying because people miss the point. People don't understand what it is necessarily about it that makes it so bad. If it's something that has an answer, that's good, because everything should be answerable to a degree. But if something is so strong that there's very few answers to it, and you're required to run these specific answers, that's when things get unhealthy. Look at Pokemon. Pokemon has these issues all the time, where they ban Pokemon and they have tiering lists, tiering formats for these Pokemon, specifically because sometimes they're so strong that they have limiting options to them. Sometimes the Pokemon's so strong that there is no consistent option to them, but other Pokemon get moved up in ranks because the amount of answers to them is actually very minuscule. And they force things like Dragovish, for example. Dragovish is a Pokemon that does Kyogre levels of water damage with its Strong Jaw, Fish's Rend, combo, Rain Dance, all that shit. But that Pokemon cannot hit a Pokemon with Water Absorb. So in early Gen 8, the only Pokemon in the game that could like actually switch into a Dragovish were Gastrodon and Seismitoad. And the result of that was that Seismitoad became the #3 Pokemon in usage. Seismitoad is not a good Pokemon. It's not. But it had a very specific niche that it filled to not get absolutely fucking curb stomped by this obnoxious Pokemon. And that wasn't fun. So they were like, okay, no more of this Pokemon because it's not fun. It didn't matter that this Pokemon could not defeat Seismitoad anymore, because that wasn't the point. The point was that if you weren't running Seismitoad, you were gonna lose because no other Pokemon could handle Dragovish, and every team was running Dragovish. Because why the fuck would you not run Dragovish if you were trying to win? Are you stupid? Why would you not use such a busted ass broken Pokemon if you were trying to win? It's just that simple. But that's not fun. They don't find that fun. So instead of making it so every team consisted of Dragovish and Seismitoad, and it was a race to see who could kill the other person's Seismitoad, so Dragovish could just fucking kill everything. That's not fun anymore. Nobody wants to play that. So they get rid of that, and they make it so it's more fun to play. That's how they do this. And you can always see the people who are so anti-ban are the people who only fucking win because they exploit the broken strategies. This is classic. Streamer's getting mad again. He is getting mad. He's getting so angry. The biggest naysayers, Clabber Girl baking powder, Nerva's warship. The biggest naysayers to things like bans and limiting and stuff like that always, without fail, be the motherfuckers who were only winning because they were taking advantage of these strategies. And they throw a piss fit about them killing the game. These motherfuckers disappear out the face of the planet. I love that. I love when these motherfuckers, these literal nobodies, I'm getting angry now. These fucking nobodies who are only relevant because they played something so meta that it was actually ruining the game, get pissy when something changes so they can't do it anymore. They have their big fucking drama meltdown. They disappear and nobody gives a shit. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I hate you. Oh, I hate you so much. You deserve worse. Alright. There we go. Be on your way, friends. Oh, man. Every game has it. But you even see this on ranked as well. Like, you do see this on ranked. I know Granblue had this, Granblue had this for sure, but, like, when there's no penalty to the player for just disconnecting, people just do that because they really, really care about their rank. So some people get into these high ranks, public accountant. Some people get into these high ranks in competitive games, and then you find out that they did it because every time they lost, they just didn't accept the loss, so their record is clean and they only have wins. Some games have things where you can actually see if the player is a frequent disconnector. So I actually like when games do stuff like that. I like when games put you in hell. There was this term they used in Smash 4. They called it For Glory Hell. For Glory Hell was like basically if you were a disconnector, you know, if you just basically played like a twat. Oh. If you played like a right twat, like there's no punishment because there's no ranking system. But you would find that the amount of people you could pair up with was limited, and you would always end up pairing up with other rage quitters. It was actually kind of funny. But they called it For Glory Hell. It would just, like, the queues would take longer. You would always queue up with somebody who had root tags that they'd switch between, and they would always end up disconnecting. And then you'd find them again anyway, because you're both trapped in For Glory Hell because you're both toxic players. That's what they called it. They called it For Glory Hell. Wee woo, wee woo. Okay. Yeah, modern fighting games have indicators. They don't have penalties per se, but they have indicators. Like, this guy is a frequent disconnector. But, like, can you opt out of a match if you see that? Like, cause when you go up against somebody in rank, you're just paired up, right? You don't acknowledge the match, do you? I don't play modern fighting games. Like like when you get a match in rank, do you get to see your opponent before you commit to the bit? And you can see like this guy's a known disconnector. Do they like? Can you see that and basically say no? I don't want to fight them. But then those people probably still get matches anyway somehow, right? No more bananas. Most games will show your leave rate before you accept. Yeah, but if my leave rate is really high, because the guy like, okay, I assume you mean leave rate as in disconnect. But like, imagine if there was a system where it's like you can see that how many times this guy declines matches. And it's like, oh, this guy declines a lot of matches, so he's running. But like, no, it's because I just keep getting paired with people that say they have fucking bad connection and they quit all the damn time. Fuck these guys. I don't know, man. They should make it so if you disconnect, if you disconnect from a fighting game 3 times, it breaks your console. Your disc. Oh, sorry, we don't do physical media anymore. The game downloads malware for your system, and then you can't play it anymore because you're a bitch. You're a bitch who doesn't deserve to play it anymore. I got 20 red dudes. Alright, game time. Lewis! If you disconnect once, you're forced to play Wi-Fi players. This is Lewis, president of our Lord. I, Lewis, am the germ here. They call me the germ! It may be human greed, but we cannot meet his height. Lewis, he does not need us at this low power. Could we not? It is time. Soon we will help Lewis. Okay, let's help Lewis. Gas. Yes. Yeah. Dude, why does it have to shoot right in front? Gotta be careful of that attack, because it can hit outside of the arena. Okay, good. I should use blue Pikmin because they can attack the pump instantly when it's shooting, but that also means I can just leave the pump for last. Where are you going? Oh, we got some attackers. Look at them go. My lads. Uh-oh. Ah! What? That's so bullshit. Fuck you. Get back in here. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here right now. You piece of shit. What a situation that one was. Uh-oh. Stupid asshole. Look at me. Look at me. I'm gonna... Oh my god, they're alive. How are you alive? I don't know how you're alive, but okay. Maybe I should use yellow Pikmin for this. Ah, too late. Bitch! Woo! Okay, bro tripped. Did you see that? Bro fucking tripped. He almost got fucking fried. Alright, he's good. He's good. I can't reach. He's like shooting directly onto the fucking He's shooting directly onto the electricity part, so I can't get that. Why are we so close? They're dead. They're all dead. Okay. They say that a hero can save us. Yes. Oh, I got it. Don't care. Get on it! It doesn't do any damage, it just knocks you down. I got the fire suit. Okay, okay. Stream your death perception. Got it! Okay, alright. Alright, blue guys. Bam-ba-da-dum. Omar, you're up. Okay. Alright, let's get in there. Now we gotta take out everything that isn't the monster pumpy. Oh god, flamethrower. When he's pumping, I can beat the shit out of that, that's all. We want Pumpy, so we want to focus the comedy bomb because I can beat the shit out of the fire one when he's pumping. The musical cues in this fight are great. Alright. No. No, 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 no. Stop walking. Stop walking! What? I probably could have attached to the comedy bomb. This boss is really cool in theory. In execution, he takes fucking forever. Perfect. Oh my god, why'd I call them back? What was I afraid of? I could have, he was walking, dude. I could have been done. Could have been done. Could have been over. We could have been finished with that one. Now I gotta go back in there. He's gonna fucking do the. I panicked. I thought he would react instantly. What are you doing? Oh, perfect. Streamer, you're missing! Yeah, I see that! Many are dead. Many are dead. Many are dead. How are you alive? Hercules over here. No, get out of there. Retreat. So many Pikmin die. So many of them die, man. So many die. They all die. Nobody lives. They all die from my greed. Get the fucking comedy bomb off. Yes. Uh-oh. Alright, here I come. Bum, bum. Perfect. Bitch! Ah! 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 That was bad. Gotcha. Fuck you! Okay. No, that hit. Didn't hit. Okay. Alright, expose your pump. Expose your pump. Yes. Yeah! Fuck you! Fuck! Fuck it up! He died. He died. For what? Why did he die? What did he die for? Well, this is great. I've lost. I now have one less Pikmin than required to get 2 of these at a time. Alright. Well, at least we can listen to the boss music while we get these out. Alright. Well, we lost so many Pikmin here. So many people died. Pumpy acquired. Pumpy. Very important. I don't want to see the Pikmin death number. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I pretend I do not see. He can't hurt Pikmin in this state. He's just naked. We're good. This guy can't do anything without his weapons. That also means you can't refight them. Because when you take the parts, they don't come back. You can refight them if you don't take the parts. Flames of fire. Yeah, okay. Hurry up. Hurry up. You can do this after you kill him, yes, but I get the music when I do it while he's walking around. It's a pretty good boss theme. One fucking white Pikmin died. It cost everything. Comedy Brom. Guns are funny. Okay. Alrighty. Why did half of them, like, become normal again? The fuck? They don't become flowers. It's fine. Alright, it's the shock therapist. Electrocution doctor. This body. Okay. You deserve pain. You deserve pain. Goo. Why though? Why he turned to goo? Lewis, you in such a short life and you work in an office? No, you just failed. He is always in trouble. Tell the Pecans to pick him up, even though we are not sufficient to accommodate. We will have to put him in the ship in exchange for money and treasures. We're gonna sell him. Great, right? Okay. Well, you did your best. He's the king of Boog. $10. King of smoking. Dude. That's wicked, bruh. He smoked the boog. Alright, well, 41 Pikmin died. Kind of a shame. Fucked up. Ah. Fucked up casualties, man. No way to bring them back. Alright, we did it. We got all the treasures. Now we're gonna get a cutscene, and then we're gonna do some reading, boys. You've collected every treasure. Wait, yeah, that is what that is. Okay. Bye. Bro is filthy rich now. Why doesn't he just retire on this money? Oh. So how much of this money do you think is gonna go into Olimar's bonus? Do you think? You think he's gonna get a bonus? Or you think he's gonna be paid the same wage despite flying in a solid gold ship? Now, to be fair, in Pikmin 3, he is back on the Pikmin planet because the president's in debt again, which is... There's like this weird idea that Pikmin 2 was a dream, which is really annoying. The idea that Pikmin 2 didn't happen, it was all in his head. They retconned everything in Pikmin 4, it was weird. But like, purple and white Pikmin exist, and they're from Pikmin 2, so like, what's going on there, The ship isn't gold. The ship is not gold in Pikmin 3. It's really weird. Pikmin 2 is like not real. Which is really annoying to think. That Pikmin 2 is just not a real fucking game in the story somehow. But Louis is real. Louis, like the company is real. There's a lot of aspects to it that are real, but it's like Pikmin 2 never actually happened. But they took all the story beats and ideas and used them. But not the part where, cause like, where do you go from here? They did it. They now fucking multi-millionaires. There's nowhere else to go. Pikmin's over. Pikmin's over now, right? That's why they had to retcon it. All right, I get it. It's the end. 14 days. 132 pecans are gone. 69 refugees lost to war. None long behind. 8 died to the fire. Disappeared in the water, 9. Power loss, 17. 29 explosions. Poison, 0. Jenny the Pecan, 608. Red Pecan. Gold Pecan. Bertha Blue Pecan. Dial the white pin. He was born pink. Time to play. 10 hours and 57 minutes. Keep at it. We did it. Now it's reading time, boys. Let's start with my taxes, shall we? This is the unique system breaking in the world has made this new region welcome. You have assembled a series of conferences. Who knows how little these beasts have left? Collect many ancient secrets. This old game will make any romantic stop and cry. This is our torture series. Will every member of the army be inside? This is a test of charity system. These designs introduce cultural barriers between mirrors. You will receive a holiday dinner. A customer hears the word holiday and presses the button. You got the bomb. My skill will convert these normal people into hit songs. You have gathered a host of great friends. Hocotate Lives will manage all of this. You've collected an ad set. These terrible values are actually excellent. You have opened an odd art exhibition. Having symptoms can be rather annoying. You are the Sun Devil series. Sales of hulls to the leaders and developers are here. Alright, well, let's start from the beginning. So we got all the terms of sale, boys. Destiny's business has been published. I am crying. Love has fallen. We have gone crazy. Fighting between two loves is the last weapon of Cupid. This fruit was born from the glass. Go ahead and show us your things. Fewer and fewer saddlebags are good critics. Eat today and get a life. Everything is fine. This product is a perfect example of a good thing. Its devastating pain is like a prank of corruption. It is so aggressive. This product is full of gold and is a great environment for many animals. We know that our knowledge of most states is small. Mine too. This nougat is very sweet-like, but the insides are a parasitic nest. It is impossible to stop a ship from investigating the dangers, leaving us all as responsible, but I had to stick a foot in it all. There are many fruits at this country. If you mention any of these fruits at Hocotate, they won't be hungry. However, I don't know how to exploit people. I should have asked my wife how before I was asked to work. This is not for blonde hair. Braids cannot be used to fix. This product, as it is just fat. This was the moment that made me want to taste it. Rich and informative content. This produces images of wealth. Look, this is life. Skin and acids are a good indicator of how the brain works. When I showed up, I remembered those who hated me. Let's hurry up and eat. It's kind of sad, don't you think? That's crazy. This Titanic product is full of Titanic products. Click now if you want your order rejected. All the plants on this planet make a good example of how life is weird. Then I started the process of trying new things. It can be dangerous, but I already have cancer, so it's fine. Well, I didn't think this was how I was going to learn about that, Elmer. I'm sorry. Invest in my new cultural museum and watch out for travelers that are holding money. This form of magic has finally found its way into the magical world and comes with its own kind of gossip. Does it live under a full moon? It's a place to see. Great range for bone collectors. Old age makes bones work better. No, it doesn't. This note said that cats have covered our sides. This restaurant serves food that is said to reflect taste. Where is the go-to that can see Master Elmer? Despicable people. Imagine what a competitor like this can do. He stays left alone so your ideas can go crazy. No creator knows too much. The remaining columns are fragments. The basis of this is to prove its existence. Does this not mean that he wants to be rich? A native of the old river life, he has a passion because he does not work. Master Elmer exclaimed, without speaking to anyone, it may be based on his own actions. This bird has everything in its sight. What does it look like? What do you think is the only way to paint a picture of this dream? Birds are very poetic. This article is fun story for every kind of life, and I have the data. Do these words from one machine to another broken one make you feel comfortable? Poor collector, pull yourself together. This is a life type with a unique crystal structure. Prove? There is no evidence. This romantic piece is now yours. What is going to happen? What neither world to come? If you are worried about tomorrow, this is the reason. I thought dimensions were reported for this. According to my reviews, this is a progressive contract. It reflects people that are inside, but when the president looked in, he saw death. He said he had collapsed, but I am not sure. This is what happened to me as the Hocotate steroids became what they are. Thanks, world. His pity of being loved in his childhood at Hocotate. Talk to my inspectors for me so we can guide people in. He was sitting on a roof all day doing inappropriate things. Since when has he been a chef? This is the flywheel of purpose. Flashy is, if not anything else, a crazy idea. Is there light? So shine for me. With the help of enchantment, you can master this product, but it is not worth it. It raises all kinds of naughty ideas. Oh, now we gather around. Work for the images. They hiccup because they are cursed. This is a man. Do not make any mention of the name. They don't know of her family, but the results show that our work is satisfactory. Now tip the nose, timber worker. This difficulty of laser hair is clear from the show. It is necessary to use our new money now. Will this spring offer really help you see? Inclination, for an example of what? No worries. In this first generation that doesn't know what hassle is, we have gone from the artist to the eternity. In this place, the sluggish machines run away. In fact, we remain in control. At this point, it does, honing anywhere sometimes. What should work will be over, but it will be a good neighbor. Stress is the size of a building. Can you build me a house in a minute? It is strange that I don't see it yet. There is an electrical outlet. It definitely won't start. The sounds of the clam have been found. The purity of voice is irresistible with harmony. Clack, clack. This is a strong and competitive market. It does. It also boasts a state-of-the-art health school with a marker that deals with aches, teeth being hooked, and even new spleens. I'm sorry. Oh, it is me. How do you work? Me. Bad ho. Howling. In cases where the nature of this festival is too generous, carry on. Sadly, this is a great burden. We really tried, but I think we all have to relax. If you look at the great resources we have collected, you will get a reward. Then I can hire the butler team to serve as our butlers. We are the voice of the old news. Alright, then love me. For the love of sleep, wake up! Jer, who is known as one of them, goes into the hall with a loud voice. It works like an acoustic babysitter. It is truly amazing to experience the eerie flow of impact, to calculate the degree of the field and the bands and the star of life. Live to track the herd with the same moth. If you took my life and fired the optimist and leftist out of me, would it work? The crown. Surprisingly, it is great. The way processor works is amazing. Bur Eep Zuba starting. It was nice. Source of anger. Makes an enjoyable experience for you in the cold. This is the result of having property. Having property makes you angry. True! In many studies, we have traveled the world of this planet. I found a home that reflects the purpose of our great adventure, so I called this the sleepy point. The star of stone flashes its pure of joy. This is the sign of greed. Oh! All business will wash away the pressure. This makes a symbol of power and glory. Once power and strength have bad results, don't get to know our ladder. The stone, reading a story, please just look away. I have found a supply to carry the crowd with his love in the form of a stone, cut off from light. However, in my genius, so fearful, in terror, I threw him into the threat of camouflage. At the same time, hands down, this can be a scary, like doomsday, even, or worse. Using our machines to live forever will cause lives of fear and terror of nuclear weaponry. Okay, Metal Gear, calm down. It is a myth that this image looks similar, but it is actually a female. This is what the glass would have looked like. Collect a woman's husband. They will dig down until they are in dark and want out. Again, the world has been resurrected. This is not just a quality of life feature, but actually an inorganic ingredient. Those people who see the green ball are full of great hope and hope. However, I will not be charged. The sinister act can only bring happiness. The icy beauty of the rock will separate celebrities from their hearts while weakening their appetites. People around the world will look around and think about their spouse. This new online help has gained some popularity because this is a free country. It's sad, it is wrong, and just doesn't work. Therefore, its past cannot be determined. But this only enhances the appeal. Really, or of course not. Instead, you must buy this. Lately, I have been seeing a therapist for information, but Lewis told me that I am on the way of the shield. He said, what if I move to do this? He uses the right search engine as much as it is possible. There is something about my guts. This shape, although the heart has forgotten, the heart remembers. All fun lifestyles will inspire creation of a mother. Draw, measure. Regardless, the strong fig tree has a familiar background. This is the only way you can enjoy and spend the holidays. Why our CEO has removed 10% of his body. What an earthquake. I can't cut this. I want to go back to the house and go shopping. It would help to use money on an appliance. To strangers, there is no such things, which cannot be done in the best interest of the new cause. A deadly box, I recommend this to you. The evil being that destroys all beauty is what makes all of us happy. For connoisseurs of all pathetic objects, this scandal is very important. Look at the eyes surrounding you. They are waving. Yes, I am wonderful, love. At a time of abundance of knowledge, this perfect gift is very gentle with a preserved face. If you value the peace, you need to spend all time with this face. 1 hour, clocks, I fall asleep. Hard to save position. This is both a beautiful place and also the worst place, a description that is very ugly. There are no reports on this post, but my data shows that bugs are enough. Is this just plain water? Almost no. This is a great and exciting journey to our testing staff. Lift it up and run. You'll not see the world again. This will revive your soul with the magic smokes. Thank you! Happy from the middle, it reflects all the amazing that are going to happen. Now let's have fun. Spin, dry, cycle. Move down there and see. Charcoal has gotten everywhere. This is the perfect tool for growing a new onion. Take part of our project. Use your mind and your mind. This fight will send you to the animal world. This is an explosive explosion, a volcanic eruption that is unable to explode. No one knows what the power is, but this can be the most destructive of all kinds. This is made of a full range of chemical weaponry. The size makes it not controlled, and it is also a waste of time. That is very fucking true. If the height is too high, the height may fall. He is scared, but overcome. At a time, civilization was left on an unknown planet, which implied that it exists. This is important. Of course, the collectors will be tall. I'm not sure if this is carrying on, but customers want higher prices. The engraving of the stone is just like anything else. It tries to avoid everything. It is evidence of boulder culture. I'm not sure, but this is some serious crap. At the end of life, some people want to leave the world and go to school to become a flower. Will this desire work? I don't know. But this beautiful decoration of the invincible waffle has made my heart. We think high power loss is coming very soon. Our host worked hard, but the outcome was decided. You can prepare for the train trip, but humanity can only do so much. Sometimes you just have to put your hands into the end. As I travel to the most distant world, I discover the interstellar truth. Destiny is very close to me. If you don't have the money to play my lottery, get out. As soon as possible, even. The mysterious tree attracts the gods, so you can enjoy God. For those who care about others, for those who laugh well sending others into the unknown world, some of us appreciate things this important. Should I explain? Yeah, what do you mean it's sent into the unknown world? My long journey has led me to this painful rock. Today I have escaped numerous times from being demolished, raped, and burned. But I kept going, and this rock reminds me of it. According to my very nature, this is true. I want to bring it back and add to my garden decor for this. I didn't realize this planet was that fucking dangerous for you, Olmar. Your chastity was in danger. The world has been divided into two. 1 and 4, a winner or a winner. If you love the fun of the games but don't like the end of games, this is the rock. It symbolizes success, but it is only a concept. Alright. Luck is more powerful than being inspired, more than talent, and is the leader of your life. The stone of mystery has tried its luck. Are you the true source of your life? Going to bed is a good way to make a living. No, it's not. This nightmare is going to be fun. Okay, that is stretched. Go fast with the imagination. All important things are in this world. From the beginning to the end, all is written in this style, so any speculation is possible. It is said that existence alone is one thought. The one used for Blackfire. That was not what this thing was called. This creates a sensory effect on all things. I just have to exchange it. Spin, chop, stir, punch. This is delicious. As I approach this exciting venture, I could not allow myself to play it often. I do not label it precious property, but it is still very difficult to control. From now on, I will think about it. It doesn't change anything. Oh well, good luck. This terrible rock is full of nostalgia. You must resist the power when this rock forces you into the ground, that is. This trail is in the spotlight. His face is called cheerful. Men in the world are attracted to the youth. They tell stories to the next generation full of wonder and love. Dancing, the color of memory. Sunshine will come at the end of the day when playing is shame. It's like a fortune cookie reading. No matter how you were raised, remember the rules of your childhood. Have a gift. Only collectors are allowed to rejoice after satisfaction. This is the happiness of those who discover it all. Have this experience in your organ. Which one? Children from all over the world are in love with the great imagination of the person who owns this. Hokotape players are included in our guidebook. Remember to save your game, take care of them, or they will get bored. For some reason, this little green beast brings back those memories and fixes your heart. In this recipe, you will first want to get rid of the hard stuff by eating your window and blaming it for this. We call it open, internal, and even experimental. This proves to the perfect test for those who want to see if they make good decisions. Great giant grocery store. According to legend, this was so attractive that the creator stole himself. Taste the knowledge of another world. This box is full of direct knowledge. If you stick one brand, I will not leave you. No matter what your food is, this magic box will do nothing. So go ahead and buy pears. Master Elmer and his staff have a request. The first bag of food based on anecdotal evidence. The discoverer of this item was discovered and then immediately deleted. That's why it's nervous worship. The person who found this fucking died. Disappeared even. So our ship was sold. I wonder if we have any new equipment. We don't see any old ones anymore. This is just incomprehensible. Artistic nature, natural soul, recognizing the requirements of designers can expand your ideas. There are many services like this, but mine is different. Wise people know this. This should be satisfying for the buyer. The beauty of nature pervades the world, but watching it will cause hunger. How about it? The information about the relationship consent is not found at Hokotate. From the perspective of the ignorant, looking at this tool helps you absorb more information. Notice, can't close, can't be closed. The end of this post will be endless talk of notices. So tricky, I am broken. I am in love with the great power of the yellow. Tears fill my eyes and mouth. It is inevitable. According to the figure, the ancients of Hokotate want delicious food. The difference is young people are consuming as much food as they can. Just watch this dead app for me. As I have already shown, anger is common among young people everywhere. Tonight I will name my newspaper. Maybe some old wallpaper, but it might not be that. The answer to this may be within the question itself, but if you're going to use it for promotional use, you can become a media executive. This is what you will be doing in the field, especially when you are in the field. It is important that you do that as soon as you would like to know. The comic books make it possible to make a music director respond to the news during his talk show. This is just too much, my showman. Wonderful day. After looking at the world, I immediately came across a big wave that I thought might not be good. I don't have any alcohol in my hand, and I had to use my waterproof cap. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Choose your luck. You look beautiful every day. Great things are coming. Therefore, you should be happy to be seeing this sign. Adhering to a good position is understanding what is bright enough in the long run. If he counts on someone else's time to achieve your goal, considering all this, can that also be supported? Soap, stronger. This makes your heart feel delight until you are drunk. Take a look at this rule and it will not hurt. Why do they intend this? For just one interview, you will spend hours waiting to get the source of this content. In fact, it has to do with the world of deep thought. After excessive scrutiny and transfers, the project has a high evaluation cap. What is the power of one? It only takes a few years. It is a poisonous sign that will make all who watch it thirsty. Your secret cannot stay hidden. This body. Technology can collect the defective air and make more of them. It releases energy, snapped. Use it to relieve joints and joint injuries. However, another limitation is that it leaves the unknown. This technology is one of the weapons used by last night's devil. It even accepts the Pecan's sexuality. Well, isn't that nice of it? Old systems were used in ancient times. The jet bean recognition kit is on fire. I can't allow Lewis to end this. He is trying to make soups. In an email from my flamethrower, the oil spill was attacked and named after this weapon. This is a real tragedy and the boys know how to play. To your surprise, this drawing is not allowed on an airplane and is used for cooking. No, not at all. You can clearly see that you cannot destroy this, but for all of time, this weapon will continue to steal our lives. At least I have bought a health kit, so laughing will be almost impossible. For safe reasons, it is best springboard ever designed by man. Used by the Sun Devil, although there are many ancient weapons of war, this one is developed. Very important. This material recirculates water even when in the water for many miles. The structure can hold water for a long time and is very limited. This rifle is one of the weapons of the devil. This fort will be liberated by a pool of water. King of Smoking. Lewis is back. For one thing, he survived the torture of the giant Titan dwarf. I went into the pit with the horrible pecans. We decided to save Lewis to the dwarf area, but things got stuck. I don't know how to prevent it. He is related to insects. I know he likes them. No release from this. Can he control an animal? No, that's impossible. But now we call him the proprietary name, King of Smoking. According to a new writer for Hokotate Fright, Lewis is not quiet. No one knows what is hidden in his heart. It seems he is making waves like an engineer, which can often end with catastrophic results. After the call, he surrounds us with a huge buzz. Alright. Sun Devil. Mandatory Gargantum, Devil family. Well-known member of the Devils, this positive view has a protective effect that often reflects spiritual strength, which can be seen as an opportunity for change. Another theory of evolution is the chemical and physical properties of the Sun Devil play a role in creating a brain. While other mouthpieces can't make up their minds, the Sun Devil is a beautiful choice. Alright, Louie. Toast is the best kind of toast. Lime and bacon as well. Bake occasionally for snacks. Remove all hair from the purse, then cover the animal with foil and put it into the grid. The foil will stop God from biting. Also give good lemon to the lemon meat. First, blueberries and meat sticks of salmon. They lack the sacred feeling, so they should not be missed. While on one hand it is easy to prepare, the risk of danger beyond the value of honor has caused our creation. Great for fajitas. The best tablecloths are heated by hot straws and crushed cheese. I don't think you want crushed cheese on your tablecloth. Anyone is obsessed with butter, and this beaver matches the pink of its head. The heat is so soft and warm, such ice cream. For extra green sauce, tap the uneven corners and wipe the juicy internal organs until they smell bad. Okay. Add it in along with the oil and slow seasoning. Fry until golden brown. The ultimate funny moment. This little beast has some flesh, but its eyes are locally damaged. Try it with a small amount of fingers. No. I think he's trying to say it's finger food. Combine the meat and season with salt and pepper. Slice the meat into olives and the shrimp. Before serving, sprinkle the broth with dyed mustard and sauerkraut. The babies have no choice. The spicy cake with no flavor, it was dropped on the floor. Without an oven? Good! This animal is a good cook. Don't forget to wash the way. Taste this delicious meat for hours and boil the water. Don't worry about this dish is cooked. It's crazy. The unique ability of this particular animal is that it can go in your mouth. That's like when somebody says somebody presents you a dish of something and you look at it and they're like, so what did you think? And this is the nicest way you can say. This is the nicest thing you can say. Wow, it's really special that this can go in my mouth. That's the best I can say about this dish. You may be tempted to eat wheat filled with sand. Pass too much barking back to the external bones and then sniff. Get punched. Hang these creatures on the warm evening sun above the sun and dry the sun. When you are cured, dry the animal and dust it. Roast a peanut butter for a wonderful choice. Cut 3 meats into small pieces. Fry until soft and small. Use the complete new salmon. Cut the meat into small pieces carefully using the lemon. Melt the frying pan slightly. Check out our new scallops. Remove the balloons and close the meat with a lobster. Caramelize onions and cabbage. Pour the mixture into a rice and put it in a cold pan. Okra and other assortments increase the mainstream. Soy sauce is delicious, like soup and marinade. This expensive treatment is exceptional. Fortunately, I am able to sell a house. I can use the money to upgrade my kitchen, buy a galaxy, and buy a star for my cooking program. Spread the vegetables under the casserole pan and sprinkle until chopped. Stir until the meat is optional and the meat is golden. Alright, that's how you prepare male genitals. How do you prepare female genitals? At a commemoration, cut into living things and mix in 4 eggs, 2 tomatoes, wheat, and an acre of small peanuts. Cook until red and brown. It is best to prepare the animal for laying eggs. Okay, thank you. Are you looking for a taste that is surprising to your guests? This wild animal will surprise your guests, but it also will not. Collect the creature with this cream and add sugar. Cream and slice of dark chocolate and a mousse. A very good mousse. The mousse is pivotal to this recipe. Mix the salmon and add it to the red flour. Use a nice texture or top with Satan and red sauce. Mix with a shell and pour into chocolate milk until the dough is done. Sweetness of the lips. Lobster and chocolate milk. Garlic is poured into the pan and cooked red hot in a pan. Sprinkle with gojanza. Some dinner guests have an ugly leg, so it is best to remove it before work. Remove the hood cover before cooking. The rollback air can be applied to tires, but they are likely to be snapped. The wings of the world, soaked in marinade every hour. Well-baked steak with a chipotle. Remove the wings and climb the remaining internet. Enjoy the gift of wings and water towels. Spread out the ball and make it a small cookie. Wrap the biscuits until cracked, but do not bake the good meat. When ready to serve, decorate the dish in a boiling tray. The most beautiful guests should be drowned. Alright, horror movie shit. Big Jerry. Like good cheese, the aroma of salt water is better, but the lighting should be bright. Unforgettable communication. Like a flavored gelatin with texture, this rich gem can be transformed to all creative forms. As a bonus, it also serves as a professional deterrent. Summer care is perfect. Reduce the meat to nothing but bones, then form a pan on all sides. Place on a plate with roasted peanut spices. Look for a healthy French fry salad and add sliced and sliced meat. Cut these sized potatoes into small pieces and toss in a spice and spice mixture. Raw beehive treats make unforgettable sushi. If not handled by a professional, this party can lead to an ongoing power chip. Unforgivable. The effects of consumption are uncontrollable, curling hands, and cheerful dishes. So the water, unforgivable is inedible. Can't eat this one. Add oil to redden the outside and the inside will become red. Fill the lightly oiled oil that is red. Tasty fruits mix the tongue with the taste. It is a festival for the oppressed asbestos. No, they're oppressed for a reason. Extreme purity does not fix your skin due to the presence of this powerful gas. If you do not want to eat this dangerous food, do it because it is for everyone. You will soon forget how to drink and you will bake some delicious food. Beautiful places where firewolves are in sitting glasses. Sliced tomatoes, lettuce, onion, and ketchup pizza. Ew. And sesame nut. This makes the best use of live burger, frog burger. Polar can be eaten in its entirety, but it is perfect for growth and production. Sky risotto, eat these items. At this point, hardening will cause the wall with the flour to slow to a crawl. I have no food. This flour sprouts and repels your tongue. Keep the lid on fire at all times. This flour is texture resistant, good for salad, and is blue and trimmed. Dark cream hides inside, so it's not necessary to bring more appropriate flour salads. This faint floral teaser is cooking for just a few seconds. Can't eat it. This is vegetarian food. Wonderful spirit leads to unhealthy eating habits. Not only is the beauty of the wings lovely and the taste of the surrounding is not a bad thing, it is more than enough enamel to be filled. Tasty means the vegetables are mixed when creating fresh spinach. Once pulled out, some of this animal's balls will become a pizza. The results are fun, but the ideas are fun and engaging. Try eating tools, new books. It smells like chicken. It is not fruit. You can't eat this one. Inedible, tastes like chicken. This basket is important and healthy, but be gentle and don't think you are having a fun time. Get a heart, headache, nausea, fatigue, chest pain, nausea, brain damage, bone density, nausea, mood changes, fever, nausea, seizures, and nausea. Damn. I don't think you want to eat that. It's a lot of nausea. Sponge here, fresh and boiled, will be hot in most Galaxy restaurants. Looking for the best photos? Slow down with a soft routine. Delicious ingredients that cannot be cooled. Do not cook immediately after harvest or you'll have to replace them in a few minutes. Garden leaf salad, blooming food. The roots of grass are roasted and the dry soil is the root of the plant, so this replaces coffee. Cannot read. Effects include unexplained moments of unwanted delivering. Yeah, you can't eat that because it's an LED light. People who get rid of invisible pests are a real drainage ramp. Oop. Remove the leaf. Cut up the product with a fine butter sauce. It can eat the ground, but it is best in the veggie. Water is green. Dry surface for several days after exposure to the sun. Use grass-fed grass. Red lighting, poultry, and marten. One has to stay still, and it will be delicious. This hole complicates the heavy viruses that Hera used to fatten the mass of the liver. This is part of the crackers. Cut the hose into small pieces. Pour the thread into an onion and roast it. Toxic use will cause a prolonged and uncontrolled mood. Rotate the tongue, cut the olive into squares, pour the carrots, and set the ginger on fire. Stay for a few hours. This list includes a fully occupied landscape. Although this cook is a great animal, it releases a mountain of meat. Sadly, there is no milk for anyone. These are all perfect for the buffet you eat at. This is not for you. You are still fringed with a mint snagret. Fill the burr with your favorite nectar box and feel what you are doing. If it gets wet, set it with juice and pour and mix in the gods. This will intercept the cigarette snagret. When the meat is red, the oil will become thick and vinegar. Skilled and fried bread is stained in gillgrass. Soy sauce is so deep that it can't go. What tastes so good, people are getting confused. Inedible. Hysteria is known to lead to foot pain and self-injury. Don't lick him. There is a table at Hokote. It is with the wonderful world of magic and pie. You can use food as a good thing and put every piece of it out. Give it to the devils to enjoy. Bathing and baking are both currently unavailable. There is no harm in serving for the lol. Meat. These meaty legs are a trusting and perfect friend. What a disappointment. We did it, chat. Now there's one last thing to look at before we get out of here. Return to the paper. Pecan 2. The add-on content. Set a date. The highest order. Collector wear. Pecans that are gone. War. The longest behind. Fire. They disappear in the water. Jenny the Pecan. Time to play. That wasn't what we were looking for. Department. The movie focuses on opening up. Fuzzy in the movies. Benefits. Cinema. Coordinator of the movies. Then we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. There you go, chat. Pecan 2. Pecan 2 in all of its glory. So the only thing that I didn't see was getting the extra. If you beat all the challenge mode stages with no Pikmin deaths, you unlock Louie's Dark Secret. Unfortunately, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work without a save file, so I won't be seeing that. But we'll leave it here. This has been Pecan 2. What a great game. Pikmin 2 is great. I like Pikmin 2. I enjoyed the goofy nature of this. I did. I hope you enjoyed as well, chat. Because now, Pecan is P-cancelled.